I was in the Navy. Went in the Navy when I was 17. Started drinking real hard with, you know, just like regular Navy. Well, that's what we did at the time. We drank a lot, and got into drugs in the Navy. I had some trauma while I was in the Navy. Got beat up a lot, but I started getting further and further into drugs, and I spent 3 years in the Navy. When I got out of the Navy, I continued to drink, and it got worse and worse. Drugs got worse and worse. But to ease the depression and the pain, I drank and drugs, progressively getting worse and worse until I had a suicide attempt in Panama City, Florida, where I jumped off the DuPont Bridge, and I got put in a mental health facility, and I went to rehab for the first time. And the rehab helped for a short period of time, but it didn't last long before I was back to drinking and drugging, and I got put in another facility, Bay Behavioral, in Panama City, Florida, where they sent me to the VA for my first time ever going to the Veterans Administration Hospital in Gulfport, Mississippi, where they diagnosed me with severe depression, and I started getting help, mental help, without drugging and drinking. I spent 1 year and 2 months there, completely sober. Upon getting out of there, I went back to Panama City, went back into the roofing business, which I always worked, where I knew everybody, most everybody smoked pot and drank, and eventually I got back to doing the same things over and over again. Over a period of the next 15 to 20 years, I've been in a total of 20 different rehab facilities, mostly civilian, but quite a bit of VA. The VA, actually, I don't know why, they never gave up on me. They accepted me back every time that I asked for help. Really and truly, for the first time in my life, in my adult life, I feel safe. I have a place where I'm not worried about someone coming in. I'm in a very safe environment, and it feels comfortable for me. I've never had that. So to say a recluse like it was a bad thing, I don't mean it as bad. I mean it is, this is what I would have looked for 40 years ago. The Veterans Administration saved my life, so I'm going to vote for them. You know, I'm going to vote on their side of the thing. You know, and they'll, I don't know how to say it. If I was talking to a bunch of other people, I would tell them, you know what, they'll save your life too, and do it without question. So before you start doing all the complaining and things like that, you might want to see who you're complaining to, who you're griping about. You know, these people are in there, they don't make millions of dollars, you know. These people are working, and they work very hard for us.